today we're going to talk about how we met.
First, do you want to let everyone know what tea we're drinking?
Oh, so our favorite bedtime tea, well, sometimes. It depends on, I guess, how we're feeling. We're drinking, isn't this like sweet pea medley or sweet pea punch?
You don't have it's a loose leaf sweet pea.
Oh, I think it's
blend. It's a blend. It has apple, hints of apple, sweet pea, and something else. It's delicious.
It is good.
It is very delicious. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. You like the way that I make it, though.
Yeah, I do. It's delicious. So, I guess we're going to get started and tell you guys how we met. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you want to go first?
No, baby, you go ahead. You start. Let me tell. And if you say it, if I feel like it's something missing, I'll add to it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell it from my viewpoint.
Okay, and then I'll tell from my viewpoint, and
yes.
then we'll meet in the middle.
Okay. So, I was reaching out to a friend. That's what we're going to call Tammy, the friend. No.
I mean, it's up to you what you want to do.
Okay, so
I said that we make it an equal opportunity video so other lesbians, other same gender loving, or if you're just a part of the LGBTQIA community and you're still looking for your person, you know that you can also too find them. But I think Babe wanted to keep it. She wanted to call Tammy a friend. That's fine.
So, my friend Tammy, if you know, you know. I went on there just because I wanted to survey the scene with the gangsta lean. I had no intentions of dating anyone. I purposely left my profile blank because I was just perusing. I had no intention of meeting up with anyone. So as I peruse,
you gotta tell the backstory though. You went all right into boom, Tammy. Why you ain't tell the backstory? Because I'm gonna tell my story, then other people are gonna be like, well, how did she get to that point? You don't wanna go to the backstory?
This is how we met.
I know.
We can do that. That's like a different topic though, babe.
I mean, okay. Well, I'm going to tell my point. But go ahead. Finish your story. I'm sorry.
Honey, but like if... Okay. All right. So, I'm doing a how we met video. Babe is doing...
I'm giving all the steps.
Into...
Yeah.
I feel like for me that's a different topic, so I will cover that in a different video, whether here on our channel together or on my channel separately. So, as I was saying, I was like swiping, I believe, right to all photos because I had no intention of meeting anyone. And then this photo pops up. And it's this person with the biggest smile I've ever seen. And there was something about their eyes that I just... There's something about their eyes that just made me not want to swipe right. Then I checked their profile and I was just like, oh, this person is perfect, but I am just here surveying the scene with the gangsta lean. And I was like, you know what? F it. I'm going to go ahead and swipe left and get off the site right away. because I was like a big chicken. So I swiped left. I think it was swipe left. No, it was swipe right. If you
Swipe
like someone.
right if you like somebody. But you gotta tell the whole story. That's not everything.
Babe, what am I leaving out?
You're leaving out the point when you were like, she was a chicken. She was, because she was saying that she didn't know if she wanted to swipe right because she was being a chicken, but she felt like if she had closed the window. Oh, she was thinking about getting that part. That's the part you're forgetting.
Yes, I was getting ready to get to that part.
Oh,
honey.
my bad. Sorry. Sorry, y'all.
So, I was looking at this beautiful person's picture. I could not get past their smile, their eyes. Then I was like, you know what? I'll just read their profile. Read their profile. And everything was just beautiful and amazing. And I was a big chicken. So I swipe right or whichever way to let them know that like I'm interested. And then I get off the app right away. I think it was like a day. I don't think you messaged me the day that I liked you. I don't remember getting it's a match right away.
Because I was busy with these crazy folks online telling me I was their person after talking to them for like one day. I'm like, yo, these people crazy. That's why I don't like getting on dating sites, because people be out of this world crazy, and I just... So that's why you probably didn't meet me.
Why didn't? Okay, so a day passed, and I get a thing that says, you and Ari are a match. And I get really excited. And I go on the site, and obviously, because it had just came through, they were still on the site. So that's when I believe I messaged you through the site. And then we just started talking.
Babe gave y'all the clean version of that story, but okay. That story went way different.
What?
You left out mad parts.
Mad parts?
Babe, remember you said you was so nervous that you was about to get off of there, but you was afraid you might lose my profile.
Oh, yes. I definitely was afraid. Okay, so the reason why I said that I swiped and showed interest is because I was looking at this person's profile. I saw their pictures. I read their profile. I thought everything was perfect. And I did not want to get off the site, come back in a couple months, and their profile not be up. I didn't want to miss the chance. And something was telling me, do not pass this person by. Like, my higher self literally stopped me from just swiping and moving on to the next photo. So, yeah.
You need to have a kid.
Okay, so did I include everything?
I think you did.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, I think you did.
Okay.
So, I was busy on my side of the town, but I'm going to take it back a little bit because Babe didn't really, that was her side of the story. But see, so for me, I had no intention. I didn't even know Tammy existed. I was in the midst of talking to my friend, and I was saying, well, I've been single for 3 years, and I would like to meet somebody, but the universe gonna have to drop her on my front doorstep because I don't do dating sites. I don't do them at all. And I've had some really crazy people I've met and dated and been in love with a couple crazy people. So because of that, I was completely like, absolutely not. I said to the ancestors and to my Orisha and to, Mystic Law, I said, look, now, if I'm going to meet somebody, it cannot be on a date site. It got to be through a friend. So one of my friends had reached out. I've been talking to her. We had, we were talking, and she was like, yeah, so who you dating? I'm like, nobody. I've been single for 3 years. And she's like, wow, you really, you said you was going to be single and do the healing work, and that's what I did. But then, I wasn't talking to nobody. I wanted a friend. That's really what I wanted. I wanted somebody that I could like hang out with, go to the movies with, just be friends, like build a friendship with. If we went deeper than a friendship and fell in love, then that would be great too. It's 8:33, by the way. I have a thing about the number 3. I am a little autistic. Anyway, my friend kept saying, well, go on Tammy. And I'm like, girl, it's going to have to come. And I kept saying this, but it's going to have to come through a friend. Little did I know it was going to come through a friend by way of Tammy. Because I think Tammy's slogan is, I'm everybody's friend or something like that. I don't even know. Anyway, I get on this site and I'm like dead against it. She kept trying to get me. Every day, she was like, did she join Tammy? And I was like, no, I didn't join no damn Tammy. It's just like, come on. So now it's Monday, she told me. Now it's Friday and the weekend is coming. And she's like, you gotta get online because you're gonna meet the love of your life. I feel it in my soul. And I'm looking at my friend like, you doing too much. She kept texting me. It was getting on my nerves. So I was like, all right, fine. So I joined Tammy. Then it's like, it's $44.95. And I'm like, 45, man, I ain't paying no $44.95 for no meet nobody. My friend like, come on. I mean, you gotta invest. It's a little investment. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna pay the $44.95. And to true form, I met a lot of crazy people. I mean, I ain't meet them. They was in my inbox talking crazy. I'm so grateful that I did the work because I was like, nope. All the red flags that I could possibly think to see was there. And then I came across this one profile. And for me, if you ain't even investing, putting nothing on the profile, I'm not swiping to the right. But this profile came up.
I had nothing.
Nothing.
Not
a damn thing. The shit was literally, they had these little dashes to show where there was nothing. And I said, damn, but a picture speaks a million words, and if you have discernment, you could tell. So I said, you know what? In the past, I never would scan people's photos and really try to read their energy. But this particular one, I said, you know what? I'm gonna read her energy. And I see these photos and she just looked so beautiful. I didn't want to just base it off looks though. So I read her pictures. I could tell she was really a nice, a kind, because anyone could be nice. Narcissists are nice until you get to know them. So I saw that she was, kind, compassionate. She seemed to have good energy. Her photos was just giving this somebody I want to get to know. So I said, all right. I said, dang, don't nothing. I just kept fighting myself because she didn't have anything on her profile.
Right.
But then I was getting ready to click off. I was getting tired and I was getting ready to click off. And something was like, don't click off because you're never going to come back to this profile again. So then I swiped to the right. And Tammy, by the way, they are real extra. So all of a sudden it did this heart thing. And it was like, this thing came out and was like purple and white and pink. You made a match. And then I was like, okay. So it had been 3 years. So I was like really not, I didn't know what to do. I was like a fish out of water. I was like, what am I going to say? Back in the day, listen. That shit went out the window, okay? I didn't know what to say. I was like, damn, I didn't want to say hello. I didn't want to be corny and say, hey, how you doing? I don't even remember what I said. Then I was like nervous.
I reached out to you first, I think.
No,
I messaged
you didn't.
First. I didn't message you
No,
first.
you didn't. You was in true form of femme, waiting for me to make my first. You waited for me to. I was like the horse that was scared to come out the. I was kind of little.
I thought I messaged first.
No, you did not.
You did.
You swiped to the right. That's how you came down into my feed. Mm-hmm. But no, I messaged you first because I remember saying to Courtney, I was like, "Oh my God!" I said, "I clicked on a profile and I said I gotta get to know her, but I said I like what I see." And then Courtney was like, "Well, just be yourself." So like true form, I stuck one leg out of the stable and came out prancing like. I was like, hello, and how are you? And then you were just eating it up. You was like, hey, you ain't speak to me like that, but you was just like, you were like, hello.
Is that how my messages came across?
Yeah, very posh.
Very posh.
Very posh. Like, she was a lady.
Oh,
she was a lady like, hello. Hello. Like a Siamese twin, and I'm over here like a fucking, I don't know. I just was nervous because it had been so long. Like, you lose steam a little bit.
Mojo.
You do.
Like
you lose
mojo.
You do, just a little bit. Like, I was so nervous. Like, I hadn't been dating since I was in my early 20s.
We both took like an extended break from dating before we met each other.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So, I was nervous, and I wanted to be myself, but I also didn't want to be corny.
Right.
Hey, how are you? Sounds like I'm applying for a job. But guess what? It was good enough for you. I don't mean it that way. It was good enough for you. Like,
yeah.
I don't take it that way. Why are you taking it like that?
No, I'm not taking it any kind of way, honey.
No, it was good enough for you. Like, you didn't take it that way. Like,
no.
I was being, I don't know.
I think that's normal.
What's normal?
Saying, hey, how are you? That's like normal, honey.
I should have been like, hey, girl, what's good?
Oh, no.
I had to say that, what you would have said. We wouldn't be here right now. Hey, mama, what's going on, lady?
I'd have been like, oh, so much potential.
No, you wouldn't have. You'd have ate that shit up like, So, we started talking, and it's literally like, it was like talking to a friend from the jump. It was never, even though in my mind, I'm telling the experience of what I was experiencing, thinking of reaching out to her, but she never took it that way. From the moment we started talking, it just
flowed.
It just flowed, but it was just like, I won't say rapid pace, but it just felt like I knew you.
Yeah.
I felt like I knew you, and what are you doing over there? Why you?
I just, my ear was itchy.
Well, let me lay back then, cause.
Okay.
Well, let me lean in like this.
Okay, honey. All right.
I can like lean right here. So, from there, what else happened? From my point of view, like, we talked for a minute. We went from talk. I was still very nervous. Like, she was just like, she was going with the flow, but I definitely know she was feeling the kid because she was like, do you want to talk offline? And I was like, oh, I was like, okay, well, yeah, sure, we could text. And then we were texting for a while. But I felt like you wanted to talk on the phone. But I was nervous. I was like, damn, I don't know what to say. Like, I didn't want to say the wrong thing, but I still wanted to be myself. Because, when you start texting somebody, like, it's people can say anything, but it's like a vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I'm like talking to her for a little bit. Like, I don't know how long we talked. Like, text for.
I think before we started doing FaceTime.
Yeah, because you just called me randomly.
I did call you randomly.
And I was like, all right, don't be a pussy. Pick up the phone. And I did. And then we just, like, talked from there. She called me. Where was I at? Target? I was at Target.
Yeah. We both went out on, like, a couple trips where we were just, like, FaceTime.
Yep, she just FaceTime me. She had so much balls, yo. And then I just took the call, and it was, like, the first time looking at her, like, I don't want to say I heard wedding bells, because, like, when you codependent, you have a tendency to think about the future before you even get to know the person. But it was just something different about seeing her and talking to her. It just felt right.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say without saying all the bells, and like I didn't see wedding bells and all that shit. But I'm just saying, like, it just felt right. And then we continued to talk, and we would talk hours. Out, like, we would even when we were in the texting phase.
Yeah.
We text from sun up to sundown.
Yeah.
Sun up to sundown. We just was having like 16-hour conversations.
Right.
Like that's wild.
And even on the phone.
Even on the phone, it would be, one time we was on the phone, I remember we first started talking, we was talking for like 3 weeks at this point. And we hadn't met yet because I had surgery.
Right.
I had hernia surgery a couple weeks prior to meeting and talking to her.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I had surgery, and so that surgery was difficult, and I knew that I couldn't see her just yet, so that gave us a chance to really, like, continue to keep talking, because had it been up to my human flesh, I ain't saying nothing dirty, baby, I'm just saying, I would already took you out.
Yeah.
I'd already took you out, and I'm grateful that did happen, so I could like talk to you longer, get to know you longer.
Yeah. And then I guess we should explain our first time meeting.
Oh boy. Well, I wasn't feeling good, and we have been talking now. What? Like a month? Like a month we have been talking, and I wasn't feeling good. I was having some complications from the surgery. So I had to go I was in pain, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I had called her one day, and she was just like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm in a bed resting, because I was up and moving within, even though I was still in pain, I was doing too many things.
Yeah, you were.
I was doing too many things, and, I'm like that, like, I'm still going to get up and clean my house. So I was doing things way before time. It was like a 6 week. I wasn't supposed to be doing anything.
Right.
Anyway, I caused myself pain, and I was like, I'm in pain. I'm going to the hospital. And she's like, are you going by well, what did you say?
I said to you, are you going by yourself?
I'm like, yeah, well.
You're like, yeah, I always do these types of things by myself. And I was like, no. You just had a major operation, and I don't think you should drive yourself. So let me meet you, and I will take you to the emergency room. Now, this is an emergency situation. Like, I'm here with no makeup, but this is not, obviously we're in bed, right? So.
You look beautiful. What you
Thank you, baby.
You're sexy. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, well, that's not like my go-to. If I'm meeting someone, I do like my makeup, but there was this person that I cared about, like, a great deal.
Oh, you cared about me?
And they were going to the hospital, to the ER after major surgery, and there was no one there who would be able to accompany them. And I did not hesitate. I said, I'm coming to pick you up.
That was the first time we met, though.
And it was the first time we met.
Yep.
No makeup, rushed over, because I knew I wanted to be there to support you.
Yeah, that was real. I love that. And that was the first time we was meeting. And so we had been talking for like 30 days. In lesbians time, that's a year. No, maybe like 6 months. But she met up with me and came to me. And man, let me tell you, I wanted to kiss you so bad.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I was like, you was looking fine as hell. You got out that car. That was the first time. I had seen her so many times before over the phone and FaceTime. But, I never really, because you know what? When I promise you, like, all her photos was never with her full body. Like, it was one or two where it was a picture with you and your sister. And I had seen it. I got most of her body, but I didn't see, all the wonderful, beautiful parts of a woman's body. I sound like a fucking creep. Anyway, and I didn't get a chance to really, I wasn't on that with you. I don't know. It was just different. Normally in the past, you see it and you're like, damn, she built, she looked good. It wasn't like that with you. But when I seen you for the first time, and she, you know, like, I wanted to kiss her, but it was the first time meeting, and I didn't want to, like, make it awkward or weird, and I wasn't feeling good. And I'll never forget when she walked past me, and I'm still alive, y'all, and she walked past me, and I looked down, I was like, good googly moogly. I was like, golly. I was like, oh my God, yes. You was looking right, okay? I felt a little bit better after seeing all of the wonderful, beautiful things that was bestowed upon me in that moment. She's beautiful, y'all. And then what happened after that? We went to the hospital.
We went to the hospital. We were there a really long time.
We were on our first date.
It was our first date. It was in the ER. Oh wait, do we want to tell the story about the picture?
What picture?
The picture with my ID.
Oh my God, y'all. So, babe. So when we came, well, that's after we came. Was that when we came out?
No, that happened when we got there. We got there. You signed in.
Oh, I signed in.
And then they needed my ID to produce a visitor's picture. And I don't know what was wrong with the guy that was like making the pictures, because he like darkened my photo, and
he didn't want nobody to see that shit.
He like darkened my
now
photo.
I realize why he darkened the photo.
Because the photo looks crazy.
Up.
But okay, but he darkened the photo, and and my babe saw my photo and thought it was the man, because he had darkened it up so much. Like, you could barely see my smile. You just saw like eyes, and then it was like a shadow. So you thought it was the man with the beard.
I was like, why the fuck he put his face on your photo?
And I fell out laughing. I'm like, no, it's me. They just darkened the photo.
Yo. I had to see that shit because I can't see without my glasses. So I looked at it and I was like, oh.
No, you have to tell how you were. You were like, oh my God,
I just
put his face on your picture next to your name. What is he doing? Oh my God. Like, and there's like nobody in the waiting room.
And that is exactly what it's like.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm laughing because why that sound just like me?
Because it was you.
That's exactly how you did. Whoa, yo, when I see, because I was appalled that he would do that. But he didn't do anything. But this is what I'm thinking, because the photo was first, like I just said, I didn't have my glasses on, and the photo was back here. And I'm like, why the fuck would he do that? I'm about to go off. And she like, no, that's me. And I'm like, whoa, what? That's why I'm laughing. Because if only y'all could saw what I saw. First of all, it didn't look like you.
Okay.
It didn't look like you at all.
No.
I thought it was him. The way he was looking on that, this man looked like, I ain't gonna talk about the man, but he just wasn't, he didn't do his hair that day or something. I don't know. He just got up out of bed and came to work. So that's why I thought it was him.
Did you want something to drink, babe? Because I saw you.
No, I'm okay.
Mug, and it was empty.
You got something over there?
I have water.
Okay, I'll take some water. See, y'all, she loved me so much. She always cared about me. Thank you. So, anyway, this was a photo. My baby's sexy. It don't matter. She had this photo on there, and I looked at it. Yo, this photo, I was like, oh. She was like, that's me. And I was like, well, how was I? Because I think in my mind, I was like, it was just a normal response. But to you?
You were like, oh my God. was like, that's me. Like, now I'm like dying laughing. And you're like, wait, what? I was like, that's me. And then you're like, no, it's not. And I was like, yes. And then I proceeded to show the original, like, license photo, which is
that's when I
not
said,
a good photo. And then you were like, oh.
I had to take a double take at that photo.
That is you. I was like, yes. I was going through some things.
Yeah.
I was going through it.
Yeah, she was, cuz. I looked at that photo the other day, though.
Yeah.
And you don't look bad to me.
Now that you know me.
Well, now that I know you and I love you, I mean, we all go through things in life.
Aww.
I got a couple photos where I look hit than a motherfucker in my photo. Oh, shit. And listen, somebody loved me.
I love you.
Yo, do that part again. That was so good.
Which part?
Is that how I sound to you?
When?
Like, are you serious? That's exactly that's exactly how I am too.
Yeah, that's
how it went. Embarrassing.
That is how it went.
That's how it went?
Yeah.
Oh, well, God.
So after that, then...
We laugh about that.
At least once
no, twice a week. I don't know what you're talking about. We just talked about that photo twice this week.
Oh, we did.
And I said, I love that photo.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, babe, it's not that bad. You was like, well, that's because you love me.
Yeah.
Because when you first saw the photo,
you were like, oh my God.
And then I was like, then she was laughing. I thought she would be offended. Let me tell you, this woman right here is never offended about anything.
Oh, that's funny. I have a sense of humor.
You do.
That's very important. One of the things that you guys should look for is if your partner is able to laugh at themselves.
Yes, because if they can't, child, that's going to be a relationship you need to run from.
Yeah. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. But
pass, go, collect the $200 and head for the border. You people that's like that are miserable.
Yeah.
They are, I'm thinking about people from my past.
That you knew that couldn't laugh.
They couldn't laugh at themselves. Everything that came out my mouth was they were offended by. And I'm really, I'm neurodivergent and I'm a jokester. Like, I laugh at everything. Mm-hmm. Even the most inappropriate shit.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
So when you were laughing at me, my response to your photo, I was like, well, this is the end of this date. Because I was like, oh boy. And she was like, she laughed for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, you okay? She was like, yeah, please. Just going on about her business.
Yeah.
Totally like funny. Not giving the whole, you didn't give a fuck.
No, my stomach hurt. I had tears coming out of my eyes.
You laughed so hard. I'm like, are you this funny to you?
It was hysterical.
It was.
It was so funny.
Even still to this day, you laugh about things.
Yeah. You have to.
You better.
Yeah. Make sure you get someone with a good sense of humor. Mm-hmm. That's definitely...
Somebody who has they don't have to have a sunny disposition. I am very smiley. When I'm not smiling, there's typically not something wrong, but I'm probably in deep thought.
Yeah. And
you're always asking me if I'm okay. Just like I wasn't going to choke to death. I was laughing. That shit was hilarious to me.
So, yeah.
What else? That's it?
What you want to share?
Well, that was about us meeting and going on our first quintessential day. We've been together ever since then.
Yes, we have.
We have been together ever since then. And my friend Tangi is getting married to her partner. They met similarly. I think they met on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, she was telling me they met in like the comments of I might be completely wrong, so don't quote me, but I think they met in the comments of like a TikTok lesbian.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Siobhan kicked a shot. C-Dog!
Babe, we can't share their names.
Yes, we can.
We'll just call him C-Dog.
And T-Dog.
And TV.
TV.
What?
Listen, I'll probably go, that'll be the blooper part of the video. But anyway, yeah,
we can just mute their names out.
Yeah, so they met
privacy.
and they introduced, well, Tangi, I did meet you through my friend. Because she did encourage me to join Tammy, which a lot of lesbians probably meet on Tammy.
Yeah.
And if you are single, we don't have a code below. Maybe
Not
we'll
yet.
get one, not yet, right?
Yeah.
Where you should go on and meet. And then ever since then, we've been together and we just been getting to know each other and taking our time and dating and then going from the dating phase to, you know, being in a relationship to being, we spend time together and we spend time apart. We have our own lives.
Yeah.
Just getting, you know, to know and peeling the pages back of her story, and as she peels the pages back to mine.
Yeah.
And as we, you know, then we fell in love.
We definitely fell in love.
Yeah. We fell in love. We do love each other very much.
Very, very much.
And it's because she loves me in the way that I need. And in so many ways that I didn't know that I needed. You know, like you know, you only have, it's so interesting because you only have a view based on your awareness, you know, and you think you know what you need, and to some degree you do, but it's like this all-seeing power, this creation that's bigger than we are, that really knows what we need. And she's more than what I could have imagined or hoped for in a partner. She's really a good, I would say this is my first healthy relationship.
I would say the same. Absolutely would say the same.
Yeah, it's our first healthy relationship since going through our process, and it's a never-ending process, you know.
Right.
So it can be challenging at times. Not challenging to the point where I'm be like, oh, I want to get away from her. But it challenges me in ways that I wasn't challenged before because I didn't have a partner who was really invested in making the relationship work. I oftentimes was doing all of the work, and I was, what you'd say, minimum.
Oh.
But that's different when it comes
No,
to
but
that.
that's different.
Yeah. Well,
you were putting in
all this
maximum effort and getting minimum return.
Yes, child. I was getting the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want that
I was that way too.
Yours too.
Yeah.
And so then, like, just being in this connection has really showed me, wow, I put up with a lot of BS. That I know. But now it's like I did the work that I did so I could meet this wonderful person. I would not have met you had I not healed in the way that I needed to.
Yeah.
You feel the same way?
I absolutely feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to end there.
Yeah.
We have this more. That's how we met. And the story just continues.
Continues to unfold.
As we continue to unfold. All right, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.